All right. Good morning, early afternoon to everybody. We have our friends at RetireFlo here with us today. They are going to tell you everything about their new project and some new features that are available to you that will absolutely help you guys grow your business. This is a great reason, if you haven't already added RetireFlo to your box of tools, to join them and help yourself grow your book, get some more clients, and make sure you're doing everything possible to invest in your business. So I am going to turn it over to Miles and Dalton with RetireFlo, and I will let those guys take it away.
Courtney, thank you so much. Brandon, great to be on with Team NCC this morning. For those of you who are on, RetireFlo has the privilege of working with FMOs and agencies around the country. And there are people who there are FMOs and agencies who are thoughtful, want to bring progressive, new, cool concepts to their agents. And then there are FMOs that just don't call you back. NCC is not in the second column. They're very much in the first. And Miles, I think, has the privilege of working with Team NCC a little bit more than I had last year, but he'd always get off of trainings with your team and say, I had a good time. And I think there's something to be said about that. So just know, for those of you who are on this call, you are in absolutely fantastic hands with NCC. And it's part of the reason we're so proud and part of the reason we're here today. What you're seeing here today, this is the first time I've done a training with a FMO or large agency about this project. So you guys are kind of on the cutting edge of technology, and the really, really good news about what everybody's on here to see today is that every single person on this phone call is going to walk away with a way to improve their business that they didn't have before. And we're going to talk about what that means. But I just wanted to just give a quick rundown of what happened last year, who we are, and why the heck we do this. But my name is Dalton. I'm president and founder of RetireFlo. I have the privilege of working with my brother, Miles, on this exciting project, and our dad, who I'm talking about in a second. But our company did not exist in 2023 for the most part. We launched in September of 2023. And for those of you who do know about RetireFlo, we offer compliant, secure surveys that you can send to your clients in advance of a meeting, help gather the data that you need to help shop for plans for them, like drugs and doctors and hospitals and pharmacies. So in 2023, we launched this tool, and I convinced 150 agents across the country to sign up for it, which was awesome. We were really, really proud of that. But then we made it our mission in 2024 to really bring this to as many people as we humanly possibly can. And we teamed up with the folks at NCC and really just went to every industry conference. And today, RetireFlo serves 7,000 agents across the country, just like you. So if you're considering a platform to help gather the information you need, RetireFlo is a fantastic one. I'm a little biased. I think it's the best one, but we're going to prove that to you. But I just want to say thanks that it's been so fun to run this business with my brother and to get to travel so much. Last year, we produced hundreds of thousands of submissions for agents in just a year. On average, the average agent who uses RetireFlo captured 58 submissions. So that's 58 people that they didn't have to talk to those clients about their prescriptions, have them spell levothyroxine over the phone, get a signed scope of appointment. And if anybody is more curious about our surveys, we're more than happy to talk about that. But that's not what we're on here to talk about today. But just to show you the scale, during some days in October, approximately 11 days in a row, RetireFlo did a submission a second. So every second across America, a senior client was completing one of these surveys with ease. Millions of surveys were sent. And of course, you can use our surveys to back you up if a grievance were ever filed against you. You can say, hey, here are the prescriptions my client told me they took. And we've helped agents protect themselves across the country. But I'm going to skip all of this just to talk about the why. We made some pretty cool improvements to our system, by the way. If anybody's curious about this, we're more than happy to talk about it. But I want to talk about this new tool, the exciting thing that we're doing. And we want to tell you why we're doing it. We designed our RetireFlo surveys to solve a problem that we had at our agency. This is Miles and I's dad, Scott Miller. He runs an agency in Columbus, Ohio. We are proud Buckeyes, and may I remind you, national champions as of the other day, which is pretty cool. I got to watch that game. That was sick. But we serve at our agency 25,000 Medicare beneficiaries with an MA or supplement plan. We don't count PDPs. Those don't count in our book. I mean, they're great, but they don't count. But we do that with just 8 agents. 8. That's it. So you can kind of do the math on that. It's a lot of people, but not a lot of team members. And so we designed RetireFlo to help us streamline the process. But the RetireFlo was designed to fix a problem, to help us capture those drugs and those doctors, those hospitals, those pharmacies, get that signed scope of employment before every meeting. But we don't just have problems at our agency. We also do some good things too. There's a reason why we serve that many people with so few team members. And we really boiled it down to these 4. We've grown organically through referrals. I'll kind of go 1 and 4 in tandem here. We've also never bought a lead, ever once. Not to say that leads are bad. There are good lead vendors and bad lead vendors, but we're teamed up with a couple of very good ones. But we've never bought a lead. And the reason is because we've worked really hard to build trust and reputation with our clients and in our community. 67% of the, let's say, 200 apps that we write every single month, year round, come from a referral. 67%. So that's about 145 people every single month who come to us just because they were referred to by us, by their friends or their family. And so we wanted to develop something that sort of codifies that, brings it to life, and offer it to our awesome users. And actually to everyone, but we're going to talk about that. But the other thing that we've done a really nice job of is we built our online presence. When people Google Medicare in Central Ohio or ACA, our name comes up. And for you to think, and I'm not accusing anybody of this, but I talk to agents every single day, for you to think that your clients are not Googling you before they work with you, you are crazy to think that. I think Courtney and Brandon will back me up on this. I don't go to a restaurant without Googling how many stars it has. If it's got 2 stars, I'm not going to work with it. I'm not going to go to that restaurant. And so, Courtney, I don't know if I saw you on mute there. Is there anything you want to add?
No, that's 100% correct. The more I can look into somebody before I have a conversation, I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if I, Google a Buffalo Wild Wings and it's got 2 stars, I'm going to go to the other Buffalo Wild Wings. So we wanted to develop something that helps us kind of stand out, build our reputation, show our communities our value as agents, what we provide. You know why? You know why we have to do this? Because these folks still exist. Okay. I love to, if anybody's watched my training, I love to talk smack about Joe Namath and Medicare Martha and Dynamite, JJ Walker. These commercials are incredibly misleading. They confuse our seniors. They confuse my grandparents. Grandpa Joe called a year and a half ago and said, am I getting the benefits I deserve? Which candidly made me a little mad at him. But I couldn't be more frustrated with these people, but they're taking on new forms. Not only are these sketchy hotline commercials, they still exist, not quite as bad as they used to, but there's also slicker online brokers out there who are getting seniors to enroll themselves in plans. There are certain names come to mind, but I won't air anybody out on this call. But the problem with those organizations is, one, seniors are making uninformed choices because they didn't work with an agent. And secondly, it's just less people for us to work with. So every year we got to get better. We got to show people why they need to believe in us. And that's our whole mantra at RetireFlo is we believe in what you do every single day. We're agents ourselves, but we believe in agents. And that's why we're so excited to share with you our brand new tool. It's called Splash. You're going to understand the meaning of that here in just a moment. But what Splash is, it is a for agents by agents focused star review and referral system that comes to every agent at absolutely no cost, $0 and 0 cents, no strings attached. If I don't know, Miles, Ohio State coach Ryan Day wanted to come on and sign up for RetireFlo and set up a splash page, he could do it for free. The Pope could do it. Doesn't matter. Anybody is welcome, and it costs $0. So let's get into how it works. What you get is a brand new website at completely no cost. retireflo.com/splash/you. If Courtney set one up, it'd be retireflo.com/splash/Courtney. And I'm going to go on and show you mine right now. Let's take a look here. This is my splash page. It's white labeled with my logo and my headshot. It's got a little bio about me, all the ways that my senior clients can contact me, Facebook, LinkedIn, my website, address, phone number, email, my state licenses, and then a list of all of the star reviews I've ever received. This site has two primary functions. One, referrals. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But we've added a way for seniors to refer you out in a very friendly, professional type of way. But we're going to get into the specifics of that. But also ways for your clients to leave you a review. Nothing speaks better than your clients bragging about you. And so when they click leave a review, they're prompted to give you 5 stars. What did they help you with? MA, SUP, life insurance, long-term care, whatever. Would you recommend Agent Danielle or Agent Julie to a friend? And then what do you have to say about that agent? You put in their first and last name, your beneficiaries do, and they press submit review, and they're captured here and aggregated with all of your statistics listed right there. So very, very cool functionality. And those are the two primary functions of Splash. So let's get into kind of the nitty gritty of the review portion of it. So RetireFlo collects reviews, and we post those on your Splash page. And you have 3 functions that you can do with these reviews. You can verify them. Here's an example of one of a verified client. Just basically tell the world, yes, this is my client, and I'm proud of them. You can feature up to 3 reviews. So let's say you got 100 reviews and 3 of them really took the time to write something thoughtful and nice about your business. You feel like it speaks to your services. You can feature those as well and pin them right to the top. And then you can also hide star reviews. So if somebody who completes this is not your client or writes something nasty about you that might be misleading about your services, you can hide those as well. But we're not alone in the review game. There are many of you probably on this call who use another service right now for reviews. Reviews that help boost your searchability online for your tech savvy people. That's your SEO. We are incredibly proud to share that we're working with our partners at Google Business to integrate your Google reviews into our splash pages. So if you've got a Google Business account, look, for instance, ours over here on the right side, that's our agency seniority benefit group. You can integrate those Google reviews right into your splash page, right into your splash page. So very, very cool. It's literally a seamless process. You sign into Google and say, yes, I'd like to integrate, and all of those existing reviews are pulled in. You can also drive people to leave you reviews on Google. So that way, when they do that research on you, they're going to see, oh, Agent Julie, Agent Brandon, sorry, I think I'm Brandon, are verified by people in my community. They're legit. I'm going to want to work with them. So very, very cool functionality there. We're not just leaving those reviews on your splash page, right? You've got your splash page, but that's cool. It's sort of like a tree falls in the forest situation. When you send this out to your clients and ask for reviews, they're going to see them, which is great. But you also want to do some stuff with them. You want to show the world what people are saying about you. So we're integrating those reviews right into your survey. So now, right before, this is what your old RetireFlo survey used to look like. Now here's what it looks like with, got to head myself there. Now here's what it looks like with Splash. Your clients, right before they share that sensitive, what prescriptions they take, what doctors they go to, sign that pesky scope of appointment form, they're going to see that you're peer reviewed by people in their community and that 100 people have reviewed you and you've got a 5-star rating or 4.9 stars. And they're going to say, oh, I trust this person. It's going to increase conversion rates on your RetireFlo survey. And I just think it looks even more professional. So out with the old, although I don't like to talk smack about our system, a lot of white space over here. But in this future world, which is now available literally right now, you can dress up and decorate your survey with what people say about you. So very, very cool new system there. Additionally, again, all of this is totally free, no cost for everyone. If you don't have RetireFlo, you're more than welcome to go on RetireFlo today and set one of these up and never pay $1.
And Dalton, to interrupt you real quick, you know, at our home agency, we were paying $144 a month for our review system. Not as much functionality, a little clunkier, and it was $144.
So, Miles, you're 100%. So at our home agency, we have 356 Google reviews. We worked really hard to get those. We were using a paid system to automate this process and send a link out to our clients to encourage them to leave us a Google review. It literally cost us $144 a month. This service service was not designed for Medicare and ACA agents. This one is, and it's free. But on top of this, we want you to continue to be proud of the reviews that you receive. So we're launching, it's available now, social media review cards. So you get an awesome review. Somebody really writes something that's sweet and speaks to the services that you provide. You can download those reviews into a nice, pretty image graphic that's designed for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, your website, whatever. You can send it to a potential referral partner or whatever. You can print it out and post it in your office. Here's what my clients say about me. And those are white labeled with your logo, your headshot, and all of your contact information. So you can download these at any point in time in your dashboard on retireflo.com. You just got to get some reviews first. But if you already have existing Google reviews, you can do that for those as well. So very, very cool way to be proud of what your clients are saying about you. Referrals. Let's talk about referrals. Our system, Splash, does referrals too. This thing just keeps getting better. We really worked hard on this. So if one of your clients says, I want to refer my agent Courtney to my friends, she has 2 methods to do it. She can send, I'm going to call this client of Courtney's, our made-up agent Courtney, Susie Senior. Okay, so Susie Senior just worked with Courtney. She had a great time. Courtney texts her after, sends her a splash page, and Susie says, I really enjoyed working with her, much like it sounds like we all do, except for maybe Zoom this morning. I don't know, Courtney. But
not like me at all.
But Susie says, I want to refer Courtney to my friends. She gets two options. She can send a referral via email, which is cool, and she can send a referral via text message. And what this does is it's going to pull in a pre-drafted message into Susie Senior's phone or email. So that way, all Susie has to do is type in her friend's phone number right at the top, or her friend's email. And so when that referral gets sent, it comes from Susie, not from RetireFlo, not from Agent Courtney, from her. So it's the warm and fuzziest lead you could humanly possibly imagine. We're just going to pour a little gas on the fire there. We're going to put a little grease on the wheel. So you can even customize that message to write whatever you'd like. So that way, when your clients refer you out, you know exactly what they're saying. And so it's a very cool way to just kind of incentivize your clients to say, hey, refer me. And here's a very, very easy way to do it. And because it comes from your beneficiaries, they have the right to text their friends and their family about you of their own volition. These are TCPA compliant. So it's sort of a lead. It's sort of a referral. It's just good. It's just your clients calling you or prospects saying, hey, I know you worked with my friend. I'm going to trust you to make that, help me through the Medicare process. So very, very cool system built right into Splash. I'll talk about this a little bit. We recognize that there's sort of a seasonality to the ACA business, to the Medicare business. You may not want to ask for referrals all the time. You may not want to ask for reviews all the time. Well, let's say right now, okay, it's January. We're in the middle of January, and many of you just went through a begrudging annual enrollment period where you worked with a ton of people, which I know is the case for many of you. And you want to, instead of asking for referrals, it's not really a referral season. Yeah, you want to ask for reviews. You can send this splash page out with the review ask popped up right first. It's still that same splash page, but the first thing it's going to prompt your clients to do is to review you, to help you capture and gather those reviews. But let's say it's July or August, and you're trying to get ready for the annual enrollment period and stoke your business for referrals and have a humongous AEP. You can send this out with the referral link, the referral ask up front. So it depends. All you got to do is just copy which link, or you can just copy the regular old splash page. So very cool functionality there. How do you send this out? I know a lot of people ask me, how do you send RetireFlo out? Are you guys going to do that for us? No, but that's actually a good thing. We want it to come on your letterhead. So remember, your splash page lives on a website. Our made-up agent, Courtney, she's got retireflo.com/splash/Courtney. She takes that link, she copy and pastes it, or she just types it out, and she can text it to her clients. She can email it to her clients. I wrote a great example here on the left. It says, imagine I just worked with the client and said, hey, it was so great to sit down with you and help you and your husband identify a Medicare plan. You're going to be getting your card in the mail in a couple days. I would really appreciate it if you left a review of my services. There's the splash link right there. Thanks and have a great weekend. I'm going to bet you send that to 10 of your clients, 9 of them are going to leave your review, maybe 8. But I mean, that's 8 more than you had before. So your options are basically endless. You can mail this out with a QR code that we give you for free. You can put it on your business card, link it on your website, drop it in a workflow or an automation out of your CRM. But the secret in all of this is just not to be bashful. We got to be clear about what we're asking of our clients. If you don't ask them for referrals, they won't refer you. If you don't ask them for reviews, they won't review you. So just be simple and clear and upfront and say, hey, we really appreciate it if you left me a review. Hey, so proud to serve you. We'd love if you referred one of your friends to work with me. Here's a great and easy way to do that. So you take that link, send it out far and wide. Options are endless. We hear about creative ways that people are using this already. But who is this for? Everybody. Everybody. Not just Medicare agents, not just ACA agents. If you're a life insurance agent, use this. If you're a group health agent, use this. Final expense, long-term care, wealth managers and financial planners. Here are all the things on the right side that you can list that you offer as an agent, the services that you provide. And so that list is actually growing by the day. We've even added a couple things since making this slideshow. So if you're out there considering whether or not to use Splash, use it. It's free. It just couldn't get any better than that. Our ask in this, and our partners at NCC are doing an awesome job in helping us with this. But just tell your friends. If you know an agent, if you have an agency with multiple agents, make every agent a splash page. Tell your friend who's also an agent. Tell them to make a splash page. I mean, it doesn't get any better than free 99. So that's our only ask in this is just to use the heck out of it and tell your friends about it. So a quick little review of how it works. If you have questions about setting up your splash page, we have a Facebook group. It's called Medicare Island. I think Courtney and Brandon are in there. If they're not, they should be. But where all of our users can ask questions of us anytime. We usually answer within about 5 minutes. But you can also set up a time with us right there on your RetireFlo dashboard by clicking Set Up a Demo, or just go to retireflo.com and setting up a demo. We're more than happy to walk you through it. But I would tell you, it's literally going to take you 5 minutes to make this page. We have tens of thousands, literally, of reviews coming in, and this platform has only been live for a week. So we're really, really proud of that. But it's as simple as logging onto RetireFlo, setting up a free account, or if you already have an account, go to your splash pages section right there on the left. You'll be a big green sticker that says new. And I'll even show you a little bit what that process looks like, but it's super, super easy. So you log on to RetireFlo. If you don't have RetireFlo, go to retireflo.com, press the big blue Get Started button. We're going to ask you a couple questions about yourself and your agency. You will have to put your credit card in because that's the way our system is designed right now. We're actually remediating that as we speak. But again, you will not be charged. Splash is free. If you want to add one of our awesome surveys, those are paid. But by the way, seriously consider those. They're game changers. There are other NCC agents who use those, so highly recommend. But you go to the splash pages section right here with the big green tag, and you add a splash page. I'll show you what mine looks like. You got to give us your headshot, your logo, your name, what you want your link to be, write your awesome bio about yourself, all of those things, your address, your Facebook, your website, your NPN, the things that you're licensed to sell so you can tell people about it, your state licenses. You tell us who you want to be notified when you receive a new review. So we're going to tell you every single time a new one comes in. You can log on and check it out. You connect your surveys to make those surveys pretty and decorate them with your reviews. Connect your Google account if you have one, and you press save. Done. Page is live. You can begin sending this to your clients and collecting reviews. So I'm serious when I tell you, Miles always reminds me to say this. We have hundreds of splash pages already set up by agents across the country. And if you have questions about Splash and you're like, is this legit or not? Go onto our Facebook group and take a look at what people are saying. Google it. I think you'll be shocked to see what you find. It's sort of in my opinion, it's too good to be true situation. So with that, questions, comments, concerns, what you got? Miles, anything come in the chat there?
No, just an OH. We got an OH at one point. So. Oh,
good. Yeah. I mean, look, we've got what, 7, 8 agents on here. I hope to see 7 or 8 splash pages made. Just because why not? And it's just a great way to invest in your reputation as an agent. We couldn't be prouder of it. We're really, really excited about it. And agents are flocking to it because it just makes so much sense. As there are more regulations coming out thank you, Rachel, we appreciate that. With more regulations coming out from lead vendors, for agents, We take compliance super seriously. And so this is a thoughtful, transparent way to grow and retain your business. And that's what we're about, is providing tools to help you do that.
Yeah, this
I
is
just want to say, go ahead, Courtney.
no, Miles, you beat me to it. Go for it.
I just want to say big thank you to you guys. I emailed Courtney last week and she was all over it right away. So big thank you to the NCC team. And we look forward to working with you guys in the future. So
Yeah, you guys are impressive as always. This tool is crazy powerful. There is no reason whether an agent is doing paper apps face to face or has moved on to the 20th century and is doing some virtual sales with e-apps, why this can't be included in every single presentation. It's only going to help people grow their business. The fact that it's free is insane. So, if you guys are on here, you haven't taken advantage of it yet, I suggest that you do it because there's going to be a million people out there trying to replicate what RetireFlo is already doing. So jump in there now, and help yourself grow your business. I am absolutely impressed. You guys have outdone yourselves.
Thank you. Thanks, Courtney.
thank you.
And if there's folks who aren't currently using RetireFlo, it's a great way to start. But welcome to the flow. We look. Well, I know you guys get lots of trainings as agents, especially because we're agents too. We get this. We got the insurance carriers who come in with their 40 slides and they're not very exciting. We try to make it fun, So we, not to say that those are bad. They have to do it, but we want every time you work with RetireFlo, it's a party and it's good news. And just know that while we're releasing all of this functionality for free, it's available to everyone. We're not done. Miles and I have some secret tricks up our sleeve that we are actively working on. In fact, we have a meeting about after this. There are some cool things coming to our Splash platform, cool things coming to our surveys. So just know that while it was a game changer for agents across the country last year, it's gonna continue to get better too. So we're excited. Not to be ominous and talk about the future, but we got some stuff cooking over here.
That is awesome news. Well, we really appreciate you guys. We cannot be happier than to have found you guys and been able to partner with you to help our agents. So thank you again for all your time. Everything you guys have done so far, and I'm sure will continue to do, is just absolutely fantastic and very helpful. And we hope to talk to you all soon with your new surprises.
Yeah, we will. And by the way, go Bucks. Thanks everybody for the time, and happy Wednesday.